Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another Elder Scrolls Online video. And today I'm going to be giving you a update on my Magicka Sorcerer and also the idea I had for the build behind making it. In the back you're just going to be seeing some footage from pretty much the practice fights that I'm having. Magicka Sorcerer plays out very differently from stamina builds in general, so um, I kind of want to do this build a little bit differently and kind of show you guys the journey as I get kind of to the point where I feel like it's not maxed out, but where I feel like it's complete. Um, so yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, maybe hit that like button, and then if you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, you can hit that subscribe button as well. And really quick before I get into the video, I've just made a Twitter account. It's the same as my YouTube. It's going to be twitter.com/donzo_pvp. I will leave that in the description, but if you guys want to maybe keep in touch with me a little bit more frequently than YouTube, I'm going to be posting things like my journey with the Magical Sorcerer and other things with ESO, along with the other games that I play. It's probably not just going to be about ESO, it's going to be about kind of all the games that I'm interested in, but yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description there. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date with me a little bit more, hit me up with a follow on Twitter. But yeah, let's get into the video here. So, like my other builds, I tried to make it as different as possible that I could um, from like the meta or what's currently going on in the game right now. And I'm into like you see with my the other builds that I make, I kind of base them on like things that I'm into, such as like anime or other RPGs or just other things that I'm into. And usually when I think of like wizards or sorcerers or mages and other things, they can usually use all types of magic. In ESO they kind of split it up where you can still uh, manage to get all of those all types of magic on one build, which I'm going to show you in a second here. But at base level, they split it up where sorcerers do shock damage, dragon knights do fire damage, and then wardens are the ones that do frost. Um, but yeah, like I said, when I think about a sorcerer, I think about a or a mage is just somebody who can use all elements, and that's kind of the idea that I try to go for this build. Is just somebody that can use all three of those elements effectively. Um, and pretty much the way that I did that was, it's not too crazy. I just went for a couple of sets. I'm using Scoria and Winterborn, um, which is actually a really cool setup because I can kind of confuse people with the way that I open up my combo, which I'll kind of get into in a bit here. But the third set that I'm running on it is just crafty Alfiq to get that extra magicka, but Winterborn and Valkyr's Warrior work really well together because I can proc both of those sets with one damage over time ability, which is really nice. Um, on my and then looking at the bars and everything, I'm actually running a Frost Staff because of that. Um, on my front bar, instead of a Flame Staff, which is kind of the usual or the norm for a sorcerer right now. And at first you kind of think about I use a Frost Staff, you're kind of losing out on the damage from Flame Staffs, which I am losing out on a bit of damage, but it's the procs that are making up for that damage, and it's also the confusion like I'm talking about in the rotation. The really cool part about this build is I start out with a Frost Clench or a Frost Reach, and people's first reaction to that is to dodge roll. And I'm going to show you guys right here. I'm going to slow this clip down just so you can see it a little bit better, but it's really nice because I can throw down the Frost Reach, and this kind of forces them to dodge roll, and in the middle of the dodge roll, I'll start the Rune Cage. So you can see here, I set my Frost Reach on this player, he roll dodges, and as he's in the middle of the dodge, I throw down my Rune Cage. So they almost have no time to react from the Rune Cage coming down. It's a really clean combo. I really like using it. I'm still having to practice and get used to Magical Sorcerer, like I said, but I feel like every time so far that I've been getting into fights and using that combo clean, it's super effective because, like I said, their first reaction to getting immobilized is to roll dodge because that's the only way that you can get out of it. Um, and then timing that rune cage in the middle of the roll dodge allows me to get that stun off like almost 100% of the time, which is really cool. Um, and then the lightning aspect of it, I guess, is obviously we're Sorc, so we have lightning spells. But it's when I kind of want to go a little bit more aggressive on people, I have overload there, so I can kind of weave in overload light attacks in between each one of my spells to allow me to burst a little bit more, which kind of also makes up for the flame staff. Um, and then obviously we have magic because we're a sorcerer as well. So it's just a really cool build that in my opinion, like I said, I have a source of flame damage, a source of ice damage, Magicka damage, I guess, or whatever they want to call it in ESO, and then lightning as well. So it really fits that magey playstyle or whatever you would want to call it. But yeah, that's the build right now. My resto staff is around 40ish. So once I get that resto ultimate, I feel like I'll be able to take these like solo fights so much more easier because right now the problem that I'm running into is obviously if I don't have time to dog deal or have a little bit too much pressure or not enough stam, then I can't heal, which is obviously a big problem. So I'm really banking on resto staff to be a good ability. I haven't tested it yet, obviously, but that's going to be the main heal for this. Excuse me. So once I do get that, I feel like this build will be in a really nice spot. Um, but yeah, for now I'm just trying to get used to Magicka because, like I said, it's a completely different playstyle from stamina builds. Usually on a stamina build, you have to preserve a certain amount of stamina to be able to escape a fight. Excuse me. Because you're using your same defensive pool that you are for your offensive abilities. So you can't go super ham on a player, um, and then be out of no stamina because you're gonna die. But on a Magicka build, you can do the exact opposite, which is kind of hard for me to get used to right now. Like, and you can see me roll dodging a lot still. Like I'm still playing it like a stamina build. So I'm just trying to get used to how Magicka builds and sorcerers in general play out. But I'm getting there. I'm getting some pretty clean fights so far. But I still got a lot of work to do. And I feel like once I gold out my staff and everything, I'll have a little bit more damage as well. So that'll be fun. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the build so far. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Once I hit that Wrestle Staff 50, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be just purely PvP on this build. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching, and have a great day.